Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. For today's showcase, I am once again taking a look at one of your designs that you've linked me in the comment section of one of my videos. And for today, we are looking at the Atlas Mark II, which is this lovely large block ship right here. So this is a fairly large exploration vessel that features a lot of firepower and a fairly large interior featuring a medical bay, a kitchen bay, even two large hangar bays, and it even comes with renewable power and oxygen generators on the side, so you know it can last for a nice long time. Finding it in the spawn menu, the Atlas Mark II is not 12,629 large blocks, but it does require pretty much all the DLC packs bar the warfare, at least that's all I can see. So we'll give this a thumbs up, I'll just double click on it, and we'll see that is actually 3,146 large blocks, because it does use a projector and a few other stuff. So what we're going to do is have a very quick look around the outside, then we'll go for a look on the interior and see what it's like. So at the very front here, this is what we get. We got a lovely glass bridge where we can see our seat to fly this thing around. We've got plenty of seats for your crewmates and even a few viewing seats for your passengers to get a good view of what's coming towards you. We've got plenty of LCD screens showing us all the different scripts, and there are a lot of very useful scripts with this thing. We'll take a look at them when we go on the inside. As we move around the side here, we'll see some ion and hydrogen thrusters, so we're good for both planets and space. And we'll see the start of many turrets. We've got Gatling turrets, we've got rocket turrets, so nothing should be too much of a threat when you come up against them. As we continue around the side here, we've got some windows to peer inside at our living quarters. The top one is just a general crew quarters, and the bottom one is our medical bay. And as we move along here, we've got an antenna to make sure we can always find this thing. We've got a doorway to manually get in and out, with a lovely air vent that shows us we've got an airlock just in the middle there. Continuing along, we've got two gate blocks put together, because these are our hangar bays. If I was to take a quick look inside here, this is what we get. So yes, we can fit a fairly large ship inside there, maybe a small fighter, a small miner, that you can just deploy and do his little job. Anyway, we'll just continue around the side here. We've got some more ion and hydrogen thrusters, another rocket turret. Then moving all the way around to the very back here, we're going to have two large hydrogen thrusters to push us around, three small hydrogen thrusters, six small ion thrusters, and a single large ion thruster to make sure we can get some great speeds with this. And we can see we've got a Gatling turret on the top and the bottom to make sure no pesky drones can sneak up behind us. As we continue up and above here, we'll see some solar panels for some renewable power, even more ion and hydrogen thrusters, and a few more turrets to make sure we're nice and protected. And we do have a window right here that we can peer inside, which is going to be at our reactor bay, where all the good stuff and all our assemblers, reactor, refinery and everything that we want to keep nice and protected can be seen. And there's our oxygen farms to make sure we don't run out of oxygen on a long voyage. Continuing along, we've got a few connection points so we can connect up to a large array of different ships in case we need refueling, and we've got some good use of the letter blocks spelling out the name of the ship. Yes, continuing along to the front, we've got an ore detector, some more rocket turrets, some more windows to peer inside, and there I am standing at the very front. Coming all the way down and underneath, we've got a landing gear to plop ourselves down on, a few more Gatling turrets, some more ion and hydrogen thrusters, a few more large hydrogen thrusters and some more small ones, and another connection point just to dock ourselves up in case we come up to a station that only has an upward facing connection point. And continuing along here, we've got two more landing gear and lots of thrusters, and there is a turret at the very back there. So that is a very brief look around the outside, and it does look absolutely fantastic with how it's all been set up. Plenty of weapons on here to keep you nice and protected, and a nice lot of detail to go along with it. So what I'm going to do is grab hold of my character, and we can have a quick look on the inside. So coming all the way over to this doorway right here, now going to open it up and come inside. We do have an airlock script where it'll take some time for the doors to close behind you, and this one will then be able to open up in front of you automatically. We've got a survival kit and a locker over here, got them mixed up. There's a survival kit to have a quick recharge, and there's your locker to dump off some ammunition and tools and whatnot. Yeah, just opening up this doorway, this is the inside. So first of all, we're met with a very big hallway which splits off into many different paths. And first of all, we've got ourselves a little access point right here to control different stuff on the ship, some cargo crates for you to store a few bits and bobs inside, and we can look down through this window at the first of two hangar bays. And that's what we'll look at first of all. So walking all the way around to here, we've got 2 doors on either side. Opening it up, we can now come inside to here. Got our lovely hangar bay where we can fit a small fighter or a small miner inside. We've got a nice lot of decoration with our shelves, LCD screens. We can see some batteries and connectors in here. And coming around over to here, we've got ourselves a button panel with a green arrow which just says to go up, and that's just leading you into the ship. The button panel itself has nothing going on with it because everything is automated. So if we were to come close to the gate block, the alarms will sound, we'll get a blinking red light, and after some time it will open up automatically, so you do not have to get out of your ship to open up these doors, you just have to get a little bit close to it. And there we go. Jolly good stuff. And yes, we can come all the way down and underneath this platform if we want to do some repair work underneath it, so that's a very handy thing. Coming out of there and walking back up the steps, we don't really need to come to the other room because it is identical setup. Coming to the very back of the ship, we've got a clear label up there saying we're going into the engineering room. If we come into here, we've got a double door once again, lockers on both sides, and opening this up, we are greeted with a large reactor and a few interior turrets to make sure we're not doing anything sinister. But yes, this is just a button to turn on the reactor, on and off, there we go. And everything else in this room is your O2H2 generators, assemblers, refinery, everything you need to survive in survival mode. Just walking all the way down to here, here is a bunch of gyroscopes, got a bunch of welders to make sure we're always in tip-top shape. Then walking all the way around to here, there is our refinery, there's our hydrogen tank, there's some more welders. Then coming to the opposite side, we've got some more modules, and there is a large reactor once again. If we were to come up and around onto these steps past our encouragement turret, we can then get a nice window view out the side there at our solar panels to make sure they haven't been damaged. And we can continue all the way around up to here. We've got another survival kit. There are plenty of survival kits on the ship, so if you were to get into a pickle in any of the places, you can always just recharge yourself or just respawn at a chosen location. And yes, this is just a doorway to get outside to our connection points, and we can just run around to here and repair up our solar panels if they took damage. Yes, coming back into here, we'll work all the way down, and we'll continue on into the crew quarter section. So coming back through here, and we'll go over to here. We've got an air vent in here to make sure we don't suffocate, and we've got a few more ways to go. Going straight ahead is going to go straight to our bridge, but we can come up to these steps, and through here, we've got one of many living quarters. Got a shower toilet setup, we've got some chairs, we've got some tables, and we've got a few beds. We've also got a fantastic view out the side. Coming back round and to the opposite side, we'll have the same thing once again. So there we go. And then just coming out of there and moving towards the bridge, we've got a few more doors to go through. So on our left and our right, we've got 2 different things. Coming through here is going to be our kitchen, which once again is clearly labelled. Got our table, got our kitchen block, and we've got our little self-serving table for our Clan Cola. And we've got some more contracts, vendors, and whatnot on the side. If you were to come through this doorway, right here, we'll come down to another living quarter. So once again, a toilet and a shower setup, and a few more beds and programmable block. Moving all the way up and through to the opposite side, this is our medical bay, once again clearly labelled. We've got our medical bay block, plenty of cryopods, and a few little bits of medical decoration. And once again, a doorway that comes down to another living quarters. We've got a chair up here, and then we've got our toilet and shower setup, and a few more beds. Coming out of there and all the way around to here, we'll come to our final part, which is the bridge at the very front. The bridge has been separated by the gate block, so just closing that up, you now be nice and protected from any kind of intruders that have snuck aboard. And yes, this is what we get. We've got LCD screens and scripts galore telling us absolutely everything about the ship, what is damaged on the top and the side, everything inside the ship such as your power, oxygen, hydrogen, your power usage. On this side, we've got a lovely radar script telling us our distance from Mars, the alien planet, and the Earth-like planet, what ships are currently docked up to different connectors, and stuff to do with crafting. We once again got some windows to peer outside, and some conveyors, and we do got a few little doorways on the left and right hand side. We'll come through here, we've got some programmable blocks all set up. So this is the ship integrity script, and this over here, if I come to edit, this is the solar map script, which is the one telling us the Earth and Mars-like planet distances. On the opposite side, even more programmable blocks. This is our space defense script, which has the inventory manager. Over on this one, editing that, we then got the automatic LCD screen script. Turning around and coming back through the doorway, we'll just head down here first of all. We do have a projector table that was projecting the current ship design. There it is, but I turned it off for performance reasons. So there we go. And we do have a button panel here if I bring up the HUD. We've got our emergency lights on and off, and then we've got an on and off for the table to bring back the projection. Then just looking around here, some more cargo crates, some more chairs to sit on, and we've got this lovely view at the front for your passengers, or even tourists that you're bringing along with you. Yes, just coming all the way up to here, all the way around. Oh, our emergency lights are still going. Let's just switch them off. There we go. We now work our way all the way up to here, and this is our main control seats. So coming into the side seats, we've got nothing going on with this. These blocks are currently missing, so I do not know what they are. But in these ones, we've got a bunch of stuff to do with scripts. Just mousing over these are simply to run all the scripts. And just coming around to here, we do have a secondary button panel, which if we were to come inside it, we've got our emergency buttons, we've got our repair system, our emergency reactor on and off, and the Atlas bobs. I presume that is the build and repair systems, because that's frequently called a bob, but that's not currently active on this ship. And without further ado, we'll get into the main cockpit and see what this thing has to offer. So hopping into the seat and bringing up the HUD, this is what we get. Number 1 is put our batteries into auto and recharge. Number 2 and number 3 is for our emergency systems, where we've got a shutdown trigger now. When we press that, our ion thrusters will now switch off around the ship, and a few of our hydrogen thrusters will remain on. Then we press number 2, and everything will come back on. So we'll use this mode if we're either docked up, or maybe we're running low on power, don't have uranium to keep the reactor up and running, and we don't have enough sunlight to make the solar panels useful. We can just press that and hope for the best. Number 4 is for our antenna on and off. Number 5 is for our ore detector on and off. Number 6 is for our landing gear to lock and unlock it. And number 7 is for our connectors around the ship. Number 8 is our large reactor on and off. There we go. And on tab number 2, we then got some more controls for our hydrogen thrusters. Number 1 is our hydrogen thrusters to switch them off around the ship, apart from the ones on the side. And number 2 is for the ion thrusters all the way around the ship. Turning them back on, 3 and 4 is for our cruise control, so it'll switch off the ones at the front, and we'll leave everything else fully powered. So now we can move forwards, and we'll just cruise along all nice and proper without wasting any fuel. Switching them back on will come to a stop. Number 6 and number 7 is for our jump drives, where number 6 will be able to jump 2,142 kilometers thanks to our 2 jump drives. And number 7 is to switch it on and off. Number 8 is for our repair system all the way around the ship, so if you switch that on, we'll then repair up all the key components inside the ship if they ever took damage in combat, to make sure you can last a nice long time. And number 9 is for our emergency lights around the ship, to make sure your crew know that you're in danger and could potentially blow up. Coming to tab number 3, we've got nothing else going on, so it's time to fly this thing around. Then I'll spawn in the ship for this thing to shoot. So going forwards, this is what we get. We've got a nice lot of speed thanks to all those thrusters at the back there, and stopping is not too bad for this type of ship. Although you may want to do a 180 if you're going really fast in order to stop much quicker, but that's entirely up to you. Moving left, and moving right, we've got some nice speed with that. Going down, and then going up. Going up, we're much faster than everything else, which is always a fantastic thing to have. And going down is quite slow. Wheeling my mouse around, this is what we get. Got a surprising amount of control for such a large ship. There is a lot of weight on here, but it's not enough to really impact your controls when trying to fly this around or trying to maneuver it. Yes, that's pretty much it for the Atlas Mark II. One final thing to do is, of course, spawn in a nice large ship for this thing to shoot. And of course, the best one to spawn in and to test out the repair system is going to be the Albatross. And there we go, I've given that to Space Pirates, so just going to make sure that I am untargetable. Yes, I am. And now we're just coming to the free camera right here, and they're going to start exchanging a lot of bullets. So there we are, we're now getting pummeled. In fact, I'll bring the sun back around because we appear to have moved a little bit. In fact, we're actually upside down, which is a common thing for me to do. So now I'll just go and put the sunlight back to where it was. And it looks like we're doing a fantastic job. The repair system is doing a bang-up job of making sure our internals don't get too damaged. If I was to just come all the way down and into the bridge once again, just plop my character in here, now just come in and start flying this around. We seem to be doing quite a good job at disabling that ship. They don't have too many turrets to go. Now going to come down and underneath it. And there we are, we're now losing a chunk. I think we just lost a connector on the side there, but our rockets are still going. Look at all the hydrogen thrusters go. I mean, the ion thrusters. The ion thrusters look absolutely incredible when they do that. Yes, we're doing a fantastic job, and it looks like they're down to maybe 2 turrets at most. Our rocket turrets are starting to pummel them. Not too much their turrets can do, because we are repairing faster than they can damage. Yes, I think that does a pretty good showcase of what this ship can do in a small light skirmish. So as per usual, there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download and play around with it yourself. I highly recommend you do, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. And I'll try and do all showcase requests this week, so if you do have something you want me to show, just leave me a link in the description below, because I have been a little sluggish with getting around to them, so I'll try and bosh some out. So yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.